Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the historic town site of Fairbanks, Arizona. And so, this is where we're going to hike today. It has a loop trail. It's been 4 years since I've been here. We have lots of cool things, and we'll tour the town first. But here is a sign. I don't know if you guys can read it. It says, "Welcome to the Fairbanks Historic Town Site. Once a bustling railroad town, then a roadside stop with only a few residents, it's now a ghost town, preserved for research, public education, and your enjoyment. Fairbanks is the most intact historic town site along the San Pedro River. It is managed by the Bureau of Land Management and as part of the San Pedro Riparian National Conservation Area, established in 1988 to protect its natural resources." Oh, it says, so you can explore the town, walk to the river, which is a half a mile, take a short hike to the Fairbank Cemetery, about a half a mile or so to the Grand Central Mill, another mile, and if you go to be sure to take plenty of water and watch out for venomous animals. Okay, and so I'm going to kind of come in here. This is where we're at, and this is the loop I'm going to take today. Now, I may stop here and then come back, or I may take the whole thing. The whole thing is a 3.9 mile hike. And so, let's see. Oh, yes. Oh, you can camp out here. That's cool. So, I just pulled this out of this information thing, Fairbank Historic Town Site. So, I'll read a little bit to you as we walk around, okay? So, let's check out these cool little buildings over here. It says, Fairbank was an Old West railroad town, founded in 1882 during the Tombstone Silver Boom. And let's see, can we see in here? It almost looks like a little barn, like stalls. The wood on this is fabulous. And here was the outhouse. Can you see that? It was a two-seater. Very cool. I love outhouses. Not because, I don't know, they're just kind of cool. Anyways, from 1882 to 1903, Fairbank was Tombstone's train depot. Look at this building. What do they got in there? Huh. Again, just stuff stored in there. There's a safe. The town had an elegant hotel with a restaurant and bar, a post office, several businesses, and a school. Chinese farmers raised crops along the river. Here's another building we're gonna come up around. There's no signs outside these buildings. I wish there were so that we knew what they were. You know. So it just says temporarily closed. So this could have been a business. This could have been a house. I don't know. Ooh, I smell a skunk. The famous and infamous historical characters of Tombstone passed through Fairbank. Manufactured goods bound for Tombstone. This building here, I think was the school, if I remember right, but it's now the gift shop and information center. And it's pretty cool in there. I think it's open today. I don't know. Lights are on, so I'm guessing it's open. I'll probably go in and get something after my hike just because I like to support the conservation area in any way I can. Okay. Manufactured goods bound for Tombstone came here first. Concentrated ore and cattle were shipped out. Fairbanks was not as wild as Tombstone or Charleston, but it had its share of colorful residents and events. Including the train robbery of 1900. Famous lawman Jeff Milton was a Fairbank resident for a time. With several historic buildings remaining, Fairbanks is now part of the San Pedro Riparian Conservation Area. The area is open daily for the public to enjoy. And yes, that building is the school, as well as the gift shop, and it is, for any of y'all who want to know, it is open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So that trail there goes towards this cemetery. And so I love this. People give me shit. It has a map of the site. Okay, so let's walk over this way. Okay, it says on the right track. The people of Fairbank enjoyed exotic food such as oysters on the half shell, packed in ice, and other goods brought in on the trains. Nearly everything moved by train out here, including materials, manufactured goods, and foodstuffs, came to Fairbank while ore and cattle left. Fairbank lasted longer than the other silver mining towns along the San Pedro River. It survived damage from the 1887 earthquake, repeated flooding, and loss of mining industry because of the railroad, and later because it was located along State Highway 82. In February 1900, the Fairbank Station platform was the site of a train robbery attempt by the notorious gang of Three-Fingered Jack Dunlap. After some gunfire, the gang was driven away by the town sheriff, ex-Texas Ranger Jeff Milton. The things are kind of, it's hard to see. Some cool pictures on there. And then there's a map. Fairbanks. Okay. But anyway, so there's the map. This is the whole San Pedro Riparian area. And this here is the hike we're gonna take today. All right, so let's walk over here and I'll read a little bit more from this brochure. This actually has a lot of info in it. Fairbanks was founded in 1882 when the New Mexico and Arizona Railroad reached the confluence of the San Pedro and Babacamari rivers. And we won't be able to see the Babacamari from here. Local ranchers Harry McKinney and William Hall filed for the land, drew up the plan for a town, and started selling lots. The town had several names: Kendall Junction City, Y, and finally Fairbanks, Y-W-Y-E. And finally Fairbanks, named for Chicago investor Nathaniel Fairbank. Fairbank joined numerous towns that started along railroads in the West. By March of 1882, there was a store, also called a mercantile, a smithy, a saloon, and houses. Businesses catered to passengers and freight going to and from Tombstone Stagecoach rides from Fairbank to Tombstone cost $1.50, about $36 today. Some residents worked at the Grand Central Mill, which processed silver ore from Tombstone. Others worked in town for businesses or at surrounding ranches. A group of Chinese settlers raised crops along the river. They employed town residents in their Chinese gardens. Fairbanks had about 300 residents in the 1890s. Fairbanks was a railroad town, starting with the New Mexico and Arizona Railroad in 1882. 4 different railroads operated in the town. Phelps Dodge, the Bisbee Copper Mining Company, built 2 of these. The Arizona and Southeastern, which reached Fairbanks in 1888, and El Paso and Southwestern in 1901. By 1924, ownership of these lines was consolidated by the Southern Pacific Railroad, whose transcontinental route ran through Benson, just north of Fairbank. By the 1920s, a network of rail lines connected Tombstone, Bisbee, Fort Huachuca, Patagonia, and other cities in the area. Fairbanks sat at the crossroads between the lines leading to these destinations. By the 1900s, many Fairbank residents worked maintaining the tracks and machines of these railroads. Most others worked in businesses catering to passengers or on the Little Baquias Ranch. The school operated at Fairbank from 1884 until 1944. The original building burned in the 1920s and was replaced with the current structure. Up to 50 students were taught by 2 teachers. The school was restored by the BLM in 2007. The last train depot closed in 1966. The Mercantile continued as a store, post office, and gas station. Closure of the post office in 1972 marked the official end of the town. Okay, so there you go. There is your info. So now we're going to go walk the trail. And I better start my health app. Hold on. Okie dokie. I got it running in the background. So I'm just going to take my time today. The total loop trail is 3.9 miles. I have plenty of water. I have maps with me. It is chilly. Okay, so there's more. While the silver mines near Tombstone, the mills that processed the silver ore were along the San Pedro River. Why go to all the trouble to haul heavy wagon loads of ore all the way? So there's a cool picture. I don't know if you can see it. It says, although water was certainly essential for the life of a town, there are many ghost towns along the river. And there's Millville, there's Charleston. There are a lot of little ghost towns. Some nothing left whatsoever. Mining brought the people, and when the industry collapsed, so did the towns. What Fairbanks had that the others didn't was its key location as a transportation hub. Besides the railroad, State Highway 82 was built right through it in 1936, ensuring its survival as a roadside stop from anywhere else. Until the 1970s, people were able to stop in the store for a soda or a snack. Okay, and another reason why this was so good. Water. It took enormous amounts of water to run the silver stamp mills and quench the thirst of mules and men. The water of the San Pedro River was the essential ingredient to mining that Tombstone lacked until water was struck during the underground mining. All of the ore was processed near the most reliable water source, the San Pedro River. Nearby towns dried up once the ore processing mill was built in Tombstone. Okay, so San Pedro Trail, River Loop Trailhead is 0.2 miles, and the San Pedro River is a half a mile. So here we go. And I'm just gonna take my time. We're gonna walk. Yeah, it's like 46, 47 degrees, but the wind is not too bad today. Yet when I got up this morning, don't give me a hard time, at 10:30, it was 38 degrees outside. And I was like, oh no, because I kind of had my heart set on walking this trail. And so I just waited a little while and it warmed up. And so it's like 46, 47 was what the temp in the car said as I went out. So I have my 2 liters of water. I have my sun hat. I have an extra battery bank for my phone because I don't want it dying like I did on the last one. That was a disaster. I have several maps of this loop. And also, I'm trying out, I have subscribed to a new app. It's called OnX Off-Road. And it basically turns your phone into a GPS unit. So that I always will know where I'm at on the trail and how far I still have to go. Okay, so there's a little sign. Fairbank was just where we came from. San Pedro River is that way. But I'm curious because there looks to be, oh, this was the railroad bed. I saw the railing through the trees. So let's just come up here, take a look. Okay, so this is the railroad bed. This is where the trains would come through. And this was the platform. People would walk up that ramp with their luggage all the way to the end, come up and get on the platform to catch their train. And there it goes that direction. Very cool. You know, you read about this stuff, but until you actually see it, you still have that question, or at least me, I still have that question in my mind of, where did they get on the train at? You know, because there's nothing in town, in the town itself. How handy. But there was no sign that went that way. Wow, look at these trees. These are big trees. I'm guessing mesquites from the look of the bark. I like this. This is very nice. I'm also trying out some new gear today. You already know my hat. It is the goofiest looking hat, I'm telling you. But I love it. I mean, I'm not out here to win a fashion contest, right? The trail goes that way. I must circle around and go back to the town. We're gonna go this way. There's a sign up here. So anyways, the new gear I'm trying out. Feet are super important. And so you want them, you want to make sure that you don't get any blisters, right? All right, so there's the sign. If we wanted to go that way, and let's go down there. It's a 0.3 of a mile. That's not that far. This is the trailhead. So the San Pedro River Loop Trail goes that way. It's 3.7 miles. Okay. It says mileages are approximate. But anyways, let's go down and see the river. So I'm wearing a double layer of socks. The first ones are so completely new and foreign to me, but they're in Ginny's and they're a toe sock, but they're specifically made for hiking. I'll tell you what, they feel weird. Well, they don't feel weird anymore, but when I first put them on and I have each of my toes in a separate little pocket, it was like, okay, I don't know if I can wear these because they felt really weird. But you wear them inside another pair of socks. I mean, you can wear them, by themselves, but because they're thick enough. But they're like a sock liner. And what they do is they wick moisture away from your feet. And because each of your toes is separated, your skin's not rubbing together as you're walking. And so it reduces blisters. So I have those on, and then I bought a pair of Darn Tough women's hiking socks. I actually bought two pairs because they're exact same thing. Because normally these are $25 socks, which as you all know, I'm very frugal. And well, this is cool. The thought of spending $25 on a pair of socks made me choke. But I found them on Amazon. Oh, my hip is glitching today. I don't know what is going on. So that might determine how far we can walk today. I didn't notice it earlier, but now that I'm walking on the trail, it's like I can feel that tendon on the side flipping. Anyways, on the Darn Tough site on Amazon, I got them for $14. That's still a lot, but $10 off. And I think they were discontinuing that color. And so I thought that was pretty good. Huh. Dang it. What is going on? Sorry, I gotta try to stretch that or do something. I literally can feel the tendon flipping on my greater trochanter of my hip. I can feel it going snap, 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 which is just weird. So we may not do this whole thing if this doesn't stop, because I don't want to irritate the bursa there. Would not be fun having bursitis. Oh, sorry guys. No, I definitely got a gimp. Oh. So anyways, so I had to loosen my shoes up because I'm wearing 2 layers of socks. But these socks are guaranteed for my lifetime. If they get a hole in them, if they wear thin, they will replace them. So you know what? $14 for a pair of socks that are guaranteed for the rest of my life. I say, yay! So far, I mean, it's very comfy. And I had told you that my shoes were a little big anyways. They're actually, even though I had to loosen up the laces, they're actually very, I don't want to call them too snug. They're snug, but they're not too snug. Dang it. I don't know what's going on with that. Kind of hard to stretch it on the trail. It's the weirdest thing. I think we're getting down to the river. Yep. Oh, and there's a little bench. So I may sit and try to stretch that while we're down here. The river does have water in it. There are some times, most of the times during the year, the river has water down here at Fairbanks. Every once in a while, it'll be down to where it's dry. Like I said, it always has water in it when and it looks like it's dry, but it's not. If you look down that way, you can see water. All right, see the bench? I'm gonna sit for a second, see if I can stretch that tendon. Okay, I did some stretching. We'll see if that makes a difference. I really don't want to end this hike early. There's people sitting down by the river. Started a little cooking lunch or something. All right, I did as many stretches as I can out here in the middle of nowhere. That's going to be a real bummer. But I don't want to inflame that bursa. A bursa is a little fluid-filled sac that rests. I think it's part of the tendon. But anyways, it rests where a tendon would rubs on a bone to lubricate the movement so that the tendon doesn't rip and tear, right? And it can become inflamed, especially these ones on the sides of your legs up by your hip on the outside of your leg. And for some reason today, it hurts. I'm not sure what's going on with that, and I'm kind of bummed because I was really looking forward to walking this whole trail, but I don't think I'm going to be able to, guys. So we're just gonna enjoy what we can till I feel I have to walk back, because if that gets flamed up, I'll be down for days. I just had a thought. Roger is my husband, for those of you who don't know. Look how nice these trails are. We recently attained a power motor scooter for him to be able to take out in the community. And Roger, oh my goodness, we could do this. That scooter, these trails are wonderful. That's great. I'm gonna have a little drink of water. This is really pretty down in here, you guys. So anyways, my feet are super comfortable, even more comfortable than they normally are. I just feel like I have, which I, in a way, I guess I do, like a lot of extra cushion. Wonder if oh, that makes it worse. I'm gonna try sidewalking and see if that would make a difference. I'm trying to support it with my hand right now. I'm sorry for complaining. I did not anticipate this. And yeah, it's causing me a lot of pain. Once we get down here, I'm gonna have to call it a day. That's a shame. But you know what? This place is not going anywhere. I'll just come down another time. Imagine how pretty this is. My friend gave me a bunch of crap. He goes, "You really love trees, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah, I do love trees." But imagine, in the summertime, even in the spring, when the leaves start to come out, how pretty this would be down here. And there's the railroad bridge that we came under. I'm sorry. I'm really bummed. I was really looking forward to this trail. Oh well. Yeah, Roger, I really think that we could bring your motor scooter out here and you'd be able to come on this trail. Maybe let's make that the plan for, yeah, I gotta be real careful. Part of me kind of wants to take this loop one around, but I guess I could look at the map real quick, see where that goes. That one that way. Let's see. Doesn't really show that here. Doesn't show where that goes on this map. Alright, so we're not going to take the chance, okay? I guess I could get my Onyx app out. Actually, I'm going to do that. I want to see where I'm at and where that goes. Okay, I'll be back. Alright, so I found out that this goes back to the town site. So, since we already went the other way, I got to walk back anyways. It didn't show it on their map, but on that Onyx map, it showed exactly where I was at, and it showed the trail. So, here we go. So we're going to go a different way. So, wonderful. So the app's name again, ONX, big X. You can find it on the Google Play Store. They have a 7-day trial for it. And then they have 2 versions They have a premium and an elite version. I wish they had a free version with just limited stuff, but they don't. So the premium is $29 a year, $30, $29.99 a year, $30. But like I said, it turns your phone into a GPS. And so, and you can use it even if you have no signal. And it shows your exact location in a highly detailed satellite map. Ow. And it shows any trails that are around you. And you can zoom in and zoom out to see where you're at. That's what I needed 2 weeks ago when I did that other hike, because it would have been, I think I probably would have chilled out a little bit more if I had known where I was at compared to where the Clovis site is. Okay, so we are back in Fairbanks, and apparently I know across the road, you can't see it from here, there's another parking lot, and then across the road is where the corrals were. And so people go over there and they take their horses, they hike, there were a ton of cars over there, a ton. And so here's a view of the post office. Last time I was here, like I was saying, was 4 years ago. It was about a year after we actually moved down here. We've owned our property for longer, but we actually moved. It'll be 5 years this year down here. And it was about maybe a year after we moved in that my 2 sons and my granddaughter came out to visit. And we brought them over here, and it was in the middle. They came in July, end of June, July, right during when it's the hottest, and when monsoon, which actually, you know, that's the prettiest time of the year if you can deal with the heat and the rain. Again, it doesn't get near as hot here as it does up in Phoenix or even Tucson, but it still gets hot. And we get more humidity because we have more rain down here. There's people over there, so I'm trying to stay away. Oh, look. So, you know, the front of that building was whitewashed to make it look all pretty. But these are actually adobe brick buildings that they've worked on restoring. Yeah, look at the old windows tucked in there. This part is definitely older than this part, these 2 little buildings here. Those are newer. Well, newer. Newer in the scheme of things. They've got them painted so that the bricks don't fall down. There, let's get out of the sun. So they got 10 up there. A friend of mine did a video the other day, and he was like, look at this door, I really love doors. That's why I used to be frantic, because you know, it's like really cool doors. Look at this. I think those were doors at one time, but somebody did a decorative piece of wood, but would be a really cool door. Bricks, the lintels above the windows are just big old wood. Let's walk down here a little bit. I know I should quit walking, but I hate to gyp you guys. Hey, I wonder if that was jail at one time. Look at the bars on the windows. And definitely older. And you see the difference between these bricks and those bricks up there? Big difference. This part is definitely older than the upper part. It's kind of funny. Huh. Well, you know, it did say that a lot of the buildings got damaged in the earthquake of 1887. Yeah. That had to have been a jail. That's kind of neat. You can see the plaster coming off and the adobe bricks on this side. I love this stuff. All right. So there's a lot more people that have showed up. And so I think I'm going to end it here. Thanks for joining me. And I promise, as soon as whatever's going on with this tendon knocks it off, we'll come over and maybe my husband will join me and we will do the longer trail. All right. Thanks. Bye.